use my money properly, or even at the time of need, get a friend like you, like just recently helped me, because I can actually call you, you pick up the phone, you treat me like a genius. I mean, I've been doing it with people. No, but let me just get what I know I was getting at there. But I think the reason they came around those drugs because at the same time they were using something. I couldn't, dude. I thought I was dying without meth. Like, it was terrible. And sometimes I feel like that's why I take medication. And I think there's things in this world, like, this world was not meant for people to survive. We are trying to keep the world submittable for us to survive in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not submittable. Nothing about this world is submittable. Why? Because the earth has to, alone. This is a bean that we sprouted that we're fucking goddamn standing on. We have to keep it alive. It's like the meat we fucking eat. Nobody tells us fucking shit about the thing we're eating, but everybody knows damn well when a guy fucking makes a joke about you fucking choking on a dick, or fucking you finger your butthole, or some girl looks at you and you're thinking after, I don't know, some stupid, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, sex, whatever. But like, you get it in your head, you know, I haven't fucked you in a long time. I mean, I keep saying my day. Would I even enjoy it? I don't know, because I fuck girls and really, like, it's all good, but anyway. You know what I mean? That kind of thing is like weird to talk about. Well, it's the same thing with fucking some of the things we're doing for people. Like, how weird is life? Very fucking weird, if you ask me. I mean, if you ask me, you can't even make food. You can't okay, you can make something like pregnant, you know, like their egg either hatches, they have a baby, or they don't, or it stays fertile.
But you can't make food?
No, listen. Yeah, what do you mean can't make food?
You just said that.
No, I was talking about babies. Like, literally, it's just like that movie, Lucy. You have to, when women go get checkups, they get told certain things not to do, certain things that they're supposed to do during certain times. And I wouldn't be even surprised that with the things that they're rubbing and doing to the baby, when they're checking on it and doing checkups, I wouldn't be surprised if that's enhancing the growth. Because just like what I'm saying about metals and homes, certain people knowing how to affect your mind, my mind was affected in a type of way. When I smoked meth, I was shown the exact reason why meth was created. I know that. Mercury, you can smoke them, drugs that have mercury in it, called crank, and it has nothing to do with the way crystal meth looks. So it's called crystal methamphetamine.
Dude,
Crystal methamphetamine isn't crystal meth. Crystal methamphetamine has mercury in it.
You ain't telling me you're smoking some mercury, man.
This world has mercury in it, and it's caused by vehicles. Things like this. That's on every single motor operated vehicle. Do you know fossil fuels are made to make things like fire? Like, this world has an endless amount of fossil fuels. It will never stop having fossil fuels.
Not about all that.
Look up fossil fuels sometime.
I will.
This guy, dude, is weird. Tanner. I was around him, and my dad did the same thing that he did. It was weird, and I don't know when this took place. But my sister and me were told by somebody, both people, I think my dad and him, he told me to look up something on his phone and about fossil fuels, and he said a couple things, and I couldn't quite figure out what he was trying to explain to me and what I was trying to figure out reading something. And I read about all this shit, and like I started thinking, well, what if the sun was going to die for about 2 days, and we were going to wait for the new sun to come back to be able to survive, because something bad could happen if we didn't have a sun anymore. Or what if we had to produce oxygen for ourselves to live in a world where there was no more oxygen to breathe, you know what I mean, for a certain amount of time or something.
Yeah.
You would use fossil fuels. I mean, believe it or not.
I don't know about that.
How you create a fossil fuel?
Fossils, man.
Fossils?
Yeah, it's compacted dirt on top of fucking dinosaur bones and all kinds of other dirt and plants and shit. It all turns to fossils and it gets
Yeah,
compacted.
But the reasons to have fossil fuels are only for certain reasons, which technically is the things that you have to use fossil fuels to create.
It depends on consumption compared to how much is produced.
You have to have clean water. You have to have clean oxygen. You have to have heat.
And you're all over
You
the place,
have to
Vic.
have all that stuff to make all that stuff.
And that's a session with Rick.
Well, I mean, there might be a lot of things going on in the world that we had to learn about. We weren't sure why was going on, but we have to maintain it to keep happening. Like, how do we know how do too many people know that there's not something on this earth that some people are in space living, fucking, keeping something working, and the only reason why we even have a fucking sun that pops out every morning and oxygen is breathed.